Once upon a time, deep in a lush green forest, lived a little fox named Finley. Finley was a sweet fox with fur the color of autumn leaves and eyes as bright as shiny buttons. But Finley had a little secret. Even though foxes are known for being clever and brave, Finley was a bit scared. He was scared of loud noises, dark shadows, and especially the grumpy old badger who lived by the creek. One sunny morning, Finley was practicing his pounces near the berry bushes when he heard a tiny squeak. "Help! Help!" it cried. Finley's first thought was to run and hide, but the squeak sounded so sad. Peeking through the leaves, he saw a little mouse named Millie, her foot stuck under a fallen branch. "Oh no," Finley thought. His heart was beating like a drum, but seeing Millie so scared made him feel a little bit brave. He took a deep breath, scurried over, and started digging and pushing at the branch with all his might. Finally, with a big heave, the branch moved, and Millie was free. "Oh, Finley, you saved me. You're so brave," she chirped, giving him a big hug. Finley's chest puffed out. Maybe he wasn't so scared after all. The next day, a storm rolled through the forest. Thunder boomed and lightning flashed. Finley was huddled in his den when he heard a frantic chirping. It was Robin, the mother bird, whose nest high in the old oak tree was about to be blown away by the strong winds. Her little eggs were inside. Finley's fur stood on end. The old oak was tall, and the wind was howling. He wanted to cover his ears and wait for the storm to pass. But then he remembered how good it felt to help Millie. He had to do something. He dashed out into the rain and called up to Robin, "Hold on, I have an idea." He gathered strong vines and sturdy leaves with the help of some squirrels who saw his courage. Working together, they climbed the shaking branches and carefully secured the nest to the tree. They worked quickly, just as the biggest gust of wind hit. The nest swayed but held firm. The little eggs were safe. When the storm finally passed, Robin sang the most beautiful song of thanks for Finley. All the forest animals cheered for him. Later that week, Finley was walking by the creek when he saw him, the grumpy old badger, Bartholomew. Bartholomew was trying to cross the creek, but the stepping stones were wobbly from the storm. He slipped and was about to fall into the water, in a flash, without even thinking. Finley ran to a nearby log and pushed it with all his strength until it made a sturdy bridge across the creek. Bartholomew crossed safely. Looking surprised, he grumbled, "HMPH, thank you, little fox." That was helpful. Coming from the grumpy badger, that was high praise indeed. From that day on, Finley wasn't the scared little fox anymore. He learned that being brave wasn't about not being scared. It was about feeling scared, but choosing to help others anyway. He became the bravest, kindest friend in the whole forest, and everyone knew that if they were ever in trouble, they could count on the brave little fox, Finley. Thanks for watching our story. If you liked Finley's adventure, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories from the forest. See you next time.